This morning I'm pleased to announce that binding final agreement has been reached with the East-West consortium, formalising the in-principle deal that I foreshadowed with the Premier in April of this year. So in 2 months, not the 3 months that we said it may well take, we've been able to conclude these arrangements. Under the deal, the state acquires the business and associated assets that were created or acquired by the East-West Corporation for $1. The agreement also confirms that the final costs associated with the arrangements are $339 million in costs incurred through the bid process, also the design and pre-construction, and $81 million that was spent to establish the credit facility for the project. This keeps the promises that were made before the last election. We said that we would not proceed with the Liberals' East-West link, and we meant it, and we are not proceeding with it. We also said that billion-dollar compensation payments would not be made, and they are not being paid. The state has also negotiated, additional to this, a $3.1 billion bond agreement available for Melbourne Metro Rail project, which with the members of the East-West Consortium Banking Group. The Metro Bond Agreement arrangements provide that the state will have financing capability for Melbourne Metro at a far lower cost to the Victorian taxpayer than the project banking facility that was provided to the East-West Corporation. Combined with the $1.5 billion that was announced in the 2015-16 budget for the Melbourne Metro project, this now brings the amount of funding available for that project to $4.5 billion. This is a transformative project, and the funding source available for Melbourne Metro through these Metro Rail bonds will effectively be almost half of the identified cost of Melbourne Metro. So if people want to know whether or not this is a project that is real and is happening, we put our money where our mouth is. We're also getting on with the job of making sure that this never happens again. We're being very clear to Victorians that what occurred under these arrangements were a very dark day for public accountability in this state. We will ensure that arrangements of this nature will not be able to be made again. We will ensure that the public gets a clear appreciation of the projects, can see them coming, and politicians will ultimately have to justify how and why they've been entered into. So I think this is not a day for celebration, but it is a day to be very clear that this matter is now behind the state of Victoria. We can proceed, we can go forward delivering the infrastructure that Victorians voted for, and making sure that, of course, there will be no repeat in a public administration sense of what's occurred.